A range of different crypto traders have some of unique predictions in terms of the crypto market. And today I'm going to do some, I think, a touch bit special. I'm going to be searching at 5 extraordinary crypto specialists that quite a few of you have probably heard approximately at one point or any other. And I'm going to get all of their mind on where in their marketplace is headed and what the charge for XRP is probable to be, primarily based off of all of their mind. Made positive, you live tuned until the very stop. Hit that like button so everybody sees it and permits to begin with a clip right here from none other than, aside from Cathie Wood. It is the first worldwide decentralized virtual guidelines, primarily based, crucial there, rules-based monetary device in history. It is a completely big concept. So I observe that quite exciting. You recognize Cathie turned into essentially saying Bitcoin will hit 1.2 million by way of 2030, maybe even move past that. I think that is a possibility. I do not actually recognize that Bitcoin's going to pass as high as she says in 2025. She changed into announcing like $600,000 this year, and I assume it truly is a touch bit loopy, to be completely honest, and I'm quite concerned within the crypto area. But nonetheless, if Bitcoin's going to be hitting these insane valuations, it without a doubt speaks to the capability of projects like XRP and HBAR. In the event where Bitcoin hits 1.2 million, I haven't any hassle seeing XRP move, I do not know, to like $100 to 2,000 per coin, effortlessly, if no longer even higher than that. So that's a quite exciting prospect if you do comply with Cathie Wood intently. But there is multiple different predictions from a few different individuals, I suppose are a touch bit more correct, that I assume are going to be pretty cool and are more likely to play out in 2025. So let's get into the ones real brief. So proper here is none. Aside from Michael Saylor, on the Patrick Bet-David podcast, speak me about where he thinks Bitcoin goes to be headed. And nicely, because of that, all the liquidity so one can be flowing into the crypto marketplace as an entire. So listen what he has to mention. I assume this one's pretty exciting. It became a $90 billion asset class in March of 2000 when it changed into, first looking at it, and then via August, it changed into about 180 billion asset elegance. And proper now, 4 years later, it is $1.8 trillion asset magnificence. And I suppose it will $18 trillion, then 180 trillion, and then it will cross past that. So I assume it is a completely easy issue. I assume Bitcoin goes to grow from 0.1% of the cash within the international to 7% of the money inside the world over the subsequent 21 years. And of direction, you ought to just cross long and maintain shopping for 0.1% to, you said 7%? Yeah, it will go from like 1.8 trillion to 240 trillion bucks, and it's going to move up 29% a year, ARA. That is my base case. And I've heard you are saying that during 21 years, it's going to be a $13 million. That takes you to 13 mana coin, 13 million a coin. If in 20 or so years, Bitcoin has 13 million, in line with coin, simply reflect on consideration on the cryptocurrencies that exist available, which can be supplying a lot more utility and price than Bitcoin. I imply, it's not even similar what XRP can do as compared to Bitcoin. It takes 10 minutes to send, 10 to 20 minutes to ship one unmarried Bitcoin transaction. That is sluggish. That doesn't truly provide something that the centralized banking establishments presently cannot do. In truth, most e-transfers are certainly completed faster than 10 minutes. In fact, so it become like a smash on interest. So what has took place this time round, because we had the pandemic inflation, it has been very past due for them to cut fees. And normally in this pattern, within the cycle, they might reduce fees back off to fashion rate of GDP growth. Shall we embrace 2%? However, they couldn't. So what is occurring is the debt is now compounding into new debt because they're issuing new debt to pay vintage money owed. And so what you've got is a tsunami of debt. This is happening, which is why they want to get hobby rates down. So it is that dynamic this is inflicting. It is the issuance. Something will supply in some unspecified time in the future, both. The authorities is going to have to prevent it because absolutely everyone's got equal trouble. And the UK hobby course just hit it became like a 30, 40-year excessive. You are aware of it's unsustainable in surprisingly indebted economies. So they're all going to have to do something now, whether it is a yield curve manipulate idea, which is that they form of, rather than forgiving all of the debt payments, they are saying we're going to cap interest price on government debt at X%. Or you need to do QE, but absolutely what they may be determined for is to add liquidity into the gadget. There's a tightness in liquidity that forestalls people shopping for the bonds. That's why we're doing. And I simply want to point out the remaining time the authorities did QE returned in 2020 and 2021. That is, whilst the markets truly exploded as it grows the economic delivery. I assume QE is the maximum possibly opportunity. In the event that we do this, XRP is going properly above $10 consistent with coin, just based totally off of the cash printer, new deliver coming in, due to the fact the fee of the dollar is going to move down, due to the fact the fee of different belongings that keep fee will go up quite, due to the fact more and more humans will flood into that with all and then new observed capital, specifically the clever institutions and banks that are searching and know-how and now getting a lot greater involved with those very identical styles of tasks like HBAR and like XRP. And so this is exactly why people like Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO over at Ripple, one of the folks who started the complete XRP craze to start with, is so bullish on his personal project for the sort of lengthy period of time. I suppose we will all agree if Bitcoin's going to visit 1.2 million over to 13 trillion like Michael Saylor or Cathie Wood were saying it is going to do nicely, XRP don't have any problem to certainly explode in price over the course of the subsequent 5 years. I think XRP's fee this bull run is going to be well over $20 in step with coin, and XRP's fee next bull run may be well over $100 per coin, and we are going to see some of the maximum explosive increase this year that the XRP network has ever visible. Because sure, trillions of bucks is ready to come into the crypto market due to the fact humans want a strategy to the hassle that all of us experience, that is governments mismanaging your money, your taxpayer